Hi everyone, Alex from AutoStore here, breaking down the economic impact of AutoStore using the information from the Forrester report. So we are on to episode 6, and this is going through the preparation for peak season. Now, we'll jump straight into the numbers that the Forrester report talked through. So the composite company say that they need about 8 weeks of preparation time for peak season, and what they have to do is employ about 25 temporary workers. Now, this whole calculation is essentially saying that with AutoStore, you won't need any additional staff. Now, I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think with peak season, you will often still need some temporary workers, whether that is to switch from a pick and pack to a pick and pass, or to add an extra shift or additional hours. So there will be an additional cost working at peak season. I think the key difference is that rather than needing 8 weeks, what you're actually going to need is more like a week, as long as you can get everybody in there. And rather than 25 people, I think maybe you need 5 to 10. So I think the cost savings will definitely be there, but I don't think it'll be as much as the 500,000 3 year total, or the 419 or 420,000 euros in the present value they've got there. So I think it will still be pretty large, probably be more like 400,000 rather than the 500. But really interesting. In terms of training someone to use an auto store, about half an hour is really common, and in some cases it's even less. So it's really quick and really intuitive to use. So I think that 8 weeks worth of training time is not going to be needed at all. And as we talked about last week with the error rates, at peak time you're going to make more errors because you've got more temporary staff. With an auto store, you won't make those same errors with that quick training and just the ability to really change it. Um, Looks really good though, and definitely something to take into account that I don't think is really used in ROI calculations that often. So that's it for this week, going through how AutoStore help companies prepare for peak and the savings you can make in terms of the temporary staff you need, or the additional time you might need to get through those peak of orders. Now, next week, we're going to be going through some of the unquantified benefits that are in the report and just putting a bit of meat on the bones. So, next week, I'm going to do particularly sustainability and the energy cost savings that you'll have using AutoStore. So, I'm going to put in a link to last week's episode and also a link to download the report itself. Feel free to ask any questions or let me know what your thoughts are. Thanks very much for your time. Bye bye.